Hey, YouTube family and GN subs. How are you? Hope you had a good week. And hey, we're here to unpack a lot of good stuff today. Good news on reconciliation bill passed. The Better Back bill passed with the immigration provision. We'll talk a little bit about that. Yeah, we got some good stuff. Truckers may be able to get visas coming forward. Hey, those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Humberto Gray, attorney at law here in Los Angeles, Southern California, Cali, baby. They know me as the good news guy. I bring good news. Hey, go to my playlist. It's great. I break down immigration, make it very simple. You can go step by step, file applications. I give mock interviews there. It's really cool. Go to the playlist. No other channel does this, folks. Hey, let's get at it. A lot of stuff to unpack today. The Better Back bill passed the House. What does it mean? That was last Friday. It actually passed. We're still in the game, baby. I told you that would happen, and now it goes to the Senate. The Senate may change some things in there. We don't know, but we're hopeful that we will have immigration reform within this package. What does it look like? There are three key components, right? All right. The first is the payment of a priority date waiver fee. We talked about this last week. A lot of people are a little bit confused. I want to make it very, very clear. The bill hasn't passed yet. It's not law yet. If it becomes law, then what happens is if you have a petition, employment-based, family-based, that has been pending for 2 years or more, you can pay a fee. For employment-based cases, it's $5,000. For family-based cases, $2,500. And for EB-5, $50,000. That's correct. I had a comment. They go, "Are you sure it's $50,000?" Yeah, $50,000 for the employment-based visas. Remember, the Chinese, man, they're backlogged on EB-5, 10 years or so. So they'll be glad to pay the fee to file the adjustment. And while it's pending to become priority date, at least they have work permit. They can stay here in the United States, right? So that's good. So provision for parole in place for 6.5 million non-citizens who are here in the United States without authorization. They're able to get a parole in place, it's called. It's sort of like a deferred action where you cannot be deported. It provides for a 5-year work permit to be able to work in the United States. Another provision for undocumented individuals. This is a really interesting one. So if you have an immediate relative in the United States, you can file an adjustment right here. That's huge, man. I tell you, because, you know, a lot of undocumented non-citizens, they do have family members in the U.S. And if it wasn't for their status, they can adjust in the U.S. Now it's not going to matter. They'll be able to adjust in the U.S. That's a real key provision. If that goes through, that's a game changer, folks. Alrighty, another bit of good news. So you've heard about the supply chain problem, right? Can't get goods from the port, particularly in Los Angeles. Can't get them to the stores, to the wholesale retail spots. Why? Because there's no drivers. There's a trucking shortage. So what I've heard and what I've read is that there's going to be a need for 1 million drivers in the U.S. and there's going to be a shortfall in the next several years of 160,000 drivers. So what can we do to provide these jobs for immigrants? Because there's not enough Americans to fill the jobs, right? So the first is called H-2B. This is a visa that allows temporary work for temporary jobs, right? So there's going to be a shortfall. There's going to be a temporary need for drivers. You can fill it with H-2Bs. E-2 provision, very interesting. So those foreigners where there is a treaty between the U.S. and their home country, you can get an investor visa. It's called an E-2. So here's how I would envision this. And I've seen this before. I've actually had clients who's done this. So you get an E-2 visa where you invest in a trucking company, right? You open a company, you buy several trucks, and you start doing work. You can get an E-2 visa that fits perfectly. There's going to be a need. That may be a good business to consider, right? All right. Number 3 is the EB-3 labor certification. If you have a company, trucking company, where there's a shortage, they need drivers, they can file for you for a green card, right? This is going to be around, folks, for the next, they say for the next 10 years, there's going to be a shortage. It's going to take about 2.5 years to process the green card through the labor certification. So if a company wants to fill that, you know, or if you can locate a company that would petition you for a green card through the EB-3, your license as a trucker, it's going to be a good position. It's going to be a good job. You can get that job, make good money. They make really good money. So, hey, something to consider. All right. Bringing it to you, Humberto. I'm the guy that does that stuff. You haven't heard that on any other channel. I got to tell you, I'm the one that brings that stuff to you. Real cases. I bring you real cases. I got a couple of interesting cases. So I was in a citizenship interview. And again, I've been practicing for a very long time, right? You are allowed in the citizenship process to change your name. It's a legal name change. One time you can do it. Otherwise, you have to do it with the district courts. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of fees. And it takes time. You have to advertise, to be able to change your name. So this is a good way that you could change your name. So I was in the interview with my client, and the officer said, "Hey, Humberto, we have a new policy. We're not changing names." I said, "This is very odd, right?" I didn't believe it, so I pulled up the law real quick. And I said, well, under the law, my client has the right to be able to change his name during the interview process. So, we want to request a name change. And the officer says, okay, here's what our policy is. The district courts told us they want to make money, so they want us to discourage applicants to be able to change their name. And they said, so you can request the name change, but it's going to happen in 2023 or 2024. And I thought that was strange. I said, look, we'll request the name change. I'm sure Ayla's going to sue immigration, and we're going to win that suit because we have the absolute right for a lawful legal name change during the naturalization process. So if you're in a situation and they tell you that, you can't change your name, ask for a supervisor. Say, by law, we're able to change our name. I want to do it. I'm, requesting that it be done. Get it done. I'm sure this is going to change, folks. This policy, I have no idea where it came from, but it's going to change. So not to worry. All right. Another real case. Check out this notice. I just got notice for interview of my client here and citizenship. And I told you, I was the first one to tell you, after 2021, it's been taking to 4 to 5 months to get the interview. Here took 4 months. We have the interview coming up. That's great news, folks. If you have not applied for citizenship, you're talking about it, do it now, because there's going to be a huge backlog. I got to tell you, clients before 2021, they've been waiting a year and a half, almost 2 years. So if you want to file for citizenship, file now, get it done, make it happen. Hey, YouTube family, thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you want that live chat. I got a couple comments. Not quite enough. I want to hear from you. Hey, if I'm going to spend time and do a live chat, I want you there. I want to talk to you. I want to see what's happening. So let me know if you're interested in a live chat. I'll make it happen, folks, but you got to let me know. All right, YouTube family and GN subs, make sure you like and subscribe. Good to see you. We'll see you next week.